Hello, this is Subramaniam, Managing Director of Sundaram Mutual Fund speaking. I'm here to talk to you today about our new fund offering, the Sundaram Equity Fund. Fund offer opens for subscription on the 16th of August and closes on the 30th of August. So what's the reason we are launching a new fund and what's the idea behind this fund? Right? Sundaram Equity Fund is a fund which will be categorized in the multi-cap segment of the SEBI regularization on the categorization of schemes. So, given that there are a lot of diversified funds in the market space, right? What is so different and what is the reason that we are launching this fund at this particular point in time? So, as I mentioned earlier, in terms of it being present in the multi-cap nature, what we envision for this fund, and one of the reasons we have named it as Sundaram Equity Fund, is that fundamentally, while it will invest your money into the equity markets, the fund is fundamentally going to be looking at balancing the risk-reward equation of the equity markets in favor of the investor. Because normally when you subscribe to mutual funds, the kind of funds in the market, either you will find that there are single cap funds like a large cap fund or a mid cap fund, or even if you offer a diversified fund, by and large there is a fixed asset allocation policy being followed by the fund manager there. Some say there will be a 50% large cap, 30% mid cap, some will say there will be more in the mid cap. Whereas this fund, by its very ethos, is going to be flexible in nature. What it's going to do is that it's not going to choose an allocation, a fixed allocation to large caps, mid cap or small cap, but retain a flexibility to move within the cap spectrum in the stock market. Why is this approach being adopted? As all of you are very much aware, and those of you who have invested for a long time with equity mutual funds, in the long run, equities as an asset class, and especially those which are managed by expert fund managers, have generally beaten inflation and the competing products in terms of long-term returns. But over the short term, you have experienced a lot of volatility because the stock markets by nature are a volatile kind of a creature. So in this fund, in its very approach, is going to try to manage the volatility so that you get a good capital appreciation over a longer period of time, but at the same time try to minimize the volatility. Now let me share a little bit of insights on how this fund proposes to do this in your favor. So the first thing is that this fund, right, will have a blend of a top-down sector choice and a bottom-up stock picking choice, right? And in choosing these sectors over the medium term, it will try to choose a blend of sectors, some of which would be industries which are in a continuous growth phase and some of which are say more cyclical in nature and hence experience up and downs. By blending the two, that is consistently investing in secular growth businesses but opting to vary the amount in the cyclical businesses based on the status of the business cycle in the economy and the markets, the fund will try to minimize the risk of volatility in the portfolio. At the same time, some return will be given up in the process of this diversification. It will still try to deliver a better risk reward in your favor. So as I just mentioned, this fund will be doing that through an active allocation across sectors, choosing stocks within that. At the same time, it will have a blend of large cap, mid cap and small cap. At no point will this fund try to be exclusively in one cap spectrum. At all points, it will have an allocation to large caps, mid caps, small caps. And it will try to identify high growth stocks within each of these sectors and also choose stocks which are less volatile so that ultimately over the medium term, we'll be able to try to deliver to you a less volatile fund performance at the same time delivering a good healthy capital appreciation over both inflation as well as competing fixed income products in the marketplace. With that in mind, I strongly recommend this fund for your investment, and the way it is designed, I would like you to view it as a permanent allocation within your portfolio. Thank you very much and happy investing.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.